Okay, so good morning, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about a very important topic: how much money is needed to run Facebook ads. There've been a lot of misconceptions over time. Yeah, if you talk to people about running ads, they tell you that they don't have money to start running ads. And the truth is, you cannot be running a business and then not be thinking of how to run ads to gain more visibility or create more brand awareness for your business or your product or your brand generally. So that's where a lot of business owners get it wrong. So it's important to know how much. So the purpose of this video is actually to help you know how much is actually needed to run Facebook ads. So that being said, I introduce myself. My name is King Gigo Sotutekne. I'm the CEO of Expandizy Digital Consult, a company that is geared towards ensuring that your business expands easily. I'm going straight to our lessons now. Okay, so what's the minimum budget for running the Facebook ad? Minimum budget is really around $1. So being around $1, it means that you can spend as let me make my mouse visible. So you can spend as at the time of recording this video, $1 is worth around 1,664.90 naira. So therefore, this is the minimum budget. Sometime last year, you could use as little as 600 naira to run ads. Sometime years back, you could use as little as 400 naira to run ads on a daily basis. So you see that there's no reason why you should not be running ads for your business. So as long as your business can afford 2,000 naira a day or 1,664, but just estimate roughly around 2,000 a day, you can actually be running ads for your business. So if you've been using WhatsApp Business for now, for a while, you are going to see something like this: create your first ad from 1,664.90 naira a day. So you can see that this is the ad manager interface and this is the WhatsApp interface, and they're giving you exactly the same values to show that, okay, this is what is attainable on the WhatsApp manager interface, and this is what is attainable on the ad manager interface. They're exactly the same, and it's usually based on their rate of $1. You understand? Based on their rate of $1. So when dollar was way cheaper, you could see that the minimum amount to run ads was way cheaper than that. And over time, as the Naira started depreciating in value and the dollar started climbing compared to Naira, the value started increasing, the minimum budget started increasing. Now, this is for our Nigerian counterparts. For those that are in countries like Ghana, where you cannot have, countries like Ghana, where you do not have your currency is not listed on that, you most likely will be paying using the dollar. So it's a minimum of $1 you can actually use to run ad on a daily basis. So one thing is, it's if you're having visibility, having the proper knowledge, and then utilizing this minimum budget on Facebook, I can actually do a lot for your business. So the next point is, must you run ads with minimum budget? Because this is one of the questions for most clients that we actually take on. This is one of the biggest questions we have. How do I run ads? What's the minimum budget for running ads? Everybody wants to use a minimum budget for running ads, but there are a couple of factors for you to actually determine what your budget should be when you want to run ads. So must you run ads with minimum budget? No, there's no upper limit for running ads. As a matter of fact, you can actually decide to spend hundreds of thousands running ads on a daily basis. You understand? Okay, it's just that for somebody who's using like around 5,000 or thereabout running ads, you want to increase your ad budget all of a sudden into 100,000. You are going to see a warning. This is beyond what you normally used to do for your ads. So there's something like that. You get that just to ensure that in case you made a mistake, you can go and correct it. Do you understand? So I think the upper limit is around a million thereabouts for daily ads. So you can see that you don't have to run ads with minimum budget. You get, but the minimum budget is for those who you know that your business is relatively new. You want to test out your ideas and you want to see how people resonate with your brand. So you can decide to say, okay, let me test it out to minimum budget. And also you want to test out some of your copies are probably your copies are probably your um, creative and see how it resonates with your crowd. You get out with your audience and you get what the bottom line is that you must know what you're doing. A lot of reasons why people feel when they need minimum budget to run ads is because they don't know what they're doing. They have zero idea about targeting. They have zero idea about how to the what's the language to use now. They have zero idea about how to position their business in the online media or the online space. They have zero idea. So therefore, when they're doing they are guessing so much, and as a result of that, they will not get results. So you get to hear people like that saying that social media ads do not work, but the reality is that it works. It works for almost any business. Yes, what works for this business will not work for this business. You get in the sense of, so it's just a matter of how you pass the message across. Do you pass your message for somebody who's in catering, and then you pass a message for somebody who is into who does real estate, or the ad budget for somebody who is in catering, and the ad budget for somebody who is into real estate. They are different things because they have various different expectations. So therefore, the budget should not be similar at all in any ways. Yeah. So what determines your ad budget? So let me take this to the side. What determines your ad budget? So one of the very first things that will determine your ad budget is your financial capacity. I want to believe I'm talking to business owners. So therefore, if you're a business owner, you should have certain amount of money that can be put into marketing for your business. So, but various persons have various capacity for marketing budget. Do you get? So your financial capacity, this is your financial capacity, look at the duration in which you want to run your campaign. Let's say, for example, you want to run a campaign for a period of 1 month, and you know that for that 1 month, what would you be able to sustain? You know, you can now say, okay, because when we talk to business owners that want to patronize our services, we ask them what's their planned monthly budget for this. So when they tell us, we now say, okay, we divide it by the number of days. I say, okay, this is it. This is the amount we are going to be spending per day. In some situations, it can be 3,000, 4,000, or some, but for smaller businesses, they tend to want to use minimum budget. Yeah, but for big businesses, you can see that they go up the scale. So you see, I see some of them using 10,000 naira daily. If you're using 10,000 naira daily, multiply by 30, it means you are using around 300,000 on a monthly basis to run your ads. So you can even go as much as 30,000 naira daily to run ads, or 100,000 naira daily to run ads. So it depends on your financial capacity. So some will tell you, okay, this is what I put out for my budget because it's brand new work with, and they'll be like, okay, the total amount I have for budget is 500,000. Okay, that's the ad budget we want to use. So that 500,000, we're thinking of using it to run ads for a duration of 3 months. Okay, so we now have to look at the calculation and okay, this is it. So we did because Facebook takes 7.50% VAT. So first of all, took the VAT in, and then we did divide and multiply, and we were able to get what we needed. So if you take, I'm not going to do the calculation here because I will have to start pressing the calculator. But probably let me just do that now. So by the time you take 7.5% out of it, so this is based on person's capacity. We're looking at 3 months. So we want to take 0.075 times 500,000. That's around 37,500. So 37,500 minus 500,000, that's around 462,500. So this 462,500, now this is what you're actually going to, this is money that will be on your other account that will be spent because your 7.5% will be taken as VAT by Facebook. So then you divide 462,500 by the duration. So you want to run the ad for 90 days. So therefore, the ad budget is going to be around 5,000, you can see it's 5,138 naira thereabout. So therefore, we just look at, okay, we're looking at a budget of around 5,000 naira daily for ads. We're looking at 5,000 naira daily for ads. So that's the person's capacity. So you can see based on their capacity now, we're able to deduce how much you can get. So, but also, apart from your financial capacity, your business would also largely determine how much you're going to use in running your ads. So you can see something like your ad objective. What's the objective for your ad? What do you depend what's your goal? You get somebody who have campaign objective. Are you running lead ad? Are you running awareness ad? Are you running ads for sales? So for example, people who are into e-commerce, the cost they are requesting or the cost they are anticipating for sales is even from somebody who is generating leads. So if, for example, I'm generating leads for a business, I'm looking at getting like 150 naira per lead, and then I want to make a sale, a direct sales ad. I'm not going to be looking at 150 naira per sale because it's going to be it will be an absurd expectation. You understand? It will be an absurd expectation, and as such, I would get frustrated easily. I would get frustrated easily. So I would actually have to tip the bar higher, probably from experience, because you still do tests. We still talk about how do you estimate your CPR, your cost per result you get, because we're going to do some calculations here. So your business niche and your industry also determines the expectations, your business expectations, and as a result of that, your ad budget. So like I said, for somebody who is doing catering and wants to run ads for people to, especially for a small business caterer, a small caterer, I want to run out for people to actually buy probably a small shops or patronize our cake services and all that. Again, so that person can decide to say, okay, let's look towards a little bit above the minimum budget for somebody who doesn't have so much. Let's look a little bit above the minimum budget and all that and see if I can put around let's say if I'm spending around 2,000, let's just use 2,000 a day. Let's just, because the truth is, a lot of caterers do not even have this budget at all. A lot of caterers do not have this budget at all. So let's say we're looking at 2,000 naira per day. So 2,000 naira per day multiplied by 30 days. So you're looking at around 60,000 in a month for ad. For a very small business, that person is actually um, is actually in the right direction. Is actually in the right direction. So that one is different because you're looking at, okay, probably how much profit is person going to make for each of the products. You're not looking at the profit, you calculate your profit, calculate what's the cost, the estimated cost to get the clients from the ad you are running and all that you get. So that will actually not determine your ad budget. So, but the business nature industry. So, but then you are not looking at somebody who wants to do real estate. Somebody wants to do real estate and the property the person is selling is around 5 million or 55 million. Okay, let's say a land of 5 million. I get the land of 5 million. So that person now is estimating to use 2,000 naira on a daily basis to run ads. 2,000 naira on a daily basis, because your expectation should not be absurd. Your expectation should not be like unrealistic. If you want to sell a land of 5 million naira, obviously, you should have a higher ad budget, a daily ad budget, so that your reach can be much more. Yes, why you must know what you are doing so that you'll be able to target the right kind of people that will see your ad and everything. But you must understand one thing. Sales is a game of numbers, especially when you are selling, because for such products, for such industries, you're not looking at, people do not take rash decisions. Somebody can just decide, oh, this cake is looking nice, let me just buy that kind of decision. You understand? It's a very good ad copy. You can actually get somebody with a very good creative. You can actually get somebody who wasn't craving a cake before to start craving a cake and decide to just make an impulse decision to buy. But for somebody to buy a land of 10 million, for example, or for example, there's a real estate company that we're running ads for, and the minimum person is 45 million. So imagine that person is now looking at, getting, probably the person wants to start looking to start spending around 1,000, 2,000 naira for ad. That person, in my opinion, that person is not willing to get results. You get, because this is something that takes a lot. Yes, because Facebook ad is broad, it reaches out to a lot of persons. So you want to ensure that you are able to get to the people that would actually see your ad. And that way, it's a game of numbers. You need to reach out to more people for you to get the results you are looking for. It's not an impulse decision. Buying decisions for certain kind of products are not impulsive, therefore you have to reach out to more people. And therefore, your expectations, the cost per result you're looking at is going to be significantly higher. So if I'm selling a land of 45 million, for example, if I sell a land of 45 million, for example, and it costs me around 50,000 to get a client, let's say, and from that land, I'm getting a commission of about, let's say, 2 million or even a million naira, and it costs me around 50,000 to get a client. I'm still okay. I'm still very okay. Okay. Unlike when I am running an ad for a catering brand, and for example, for each of the product that the person is selling, the person is basically getting around 3,000 naira as profit, or let's say 5,000 naira as profit. So for that, such a person, the person is looking at getting, like, let's say 500 naira per person purchase. That's still okay. But such a person will not be looking at getting 50,000 person purchase. You understand? So no, it's a different thing. So therefore, what they're expecting, their budgets will be completely different. Their budgeting will be completely different based on that. Now, the estimated CPRO. So estimated CPRO, at least from experience, since you're doing the business, is very important. It's important that you have an estimated CPRO. So for example, I'm running leads now because of my experience in running ads for leads. I know that for most businesses with the current rate, you are looking at 150 naira to 200 naira per lead. You understand? So only for lead for business, for those people that have lead magnets and want to deliver, probably. So we're looking at 150 naira to 200 naira per lead, probably for a business. So if I know that that's my expectation, I will now be able to say, okay, if I want to now calculate it, if I want to calculate how many persons I'm looking at getting daily, knowing that I spend, let's say, roughly around 200 naira to get a lead, and I want to be getting 20 persons on a daily basis. So it means I'll be looking at around 4,000 naira as my daily budget. So these are things. So what are the requirements? So that's these two combined together. Knowing the estimated CPRO and the lead requirements you want to be getting per day will now actually determine how you scale your ads to. So, but in the moment I want to increase my the number of leads I'm getting, knowing the estimated rate in which I used to get my leads, what do? I increase my budget to be able to meet up with the requirements to get that particular number of leads that I'm looking for. So these are factors that actually determines your ad budget. These are factors. It may not be completely exhaustive, but this would actually guide your decision making when you're looking at ad budget, so that your thought will not just be minimum budget, minimum budget. No, your thought would be to get results. Your thought would be to get results. You get. So now I'm going to do a very quick calculation here. There's a very quick calculation you can see on the screen here. So our budget calculation, now I want to generate leads, and let's say the estimated cost per lead is 115 naira, and the number of leads we're looking at for is 100 naira, 100 leads rather, 100 leads. So we say 100 leads times 150 is around 15,000. So then we now say, what's the duration in which you want to generate 100 leads? For example, somebody comes to you, we use an advertiser, and person is saying, I want to see if I can generate 100 leads for my business. I said, okay, after we've discussed every other fine details, so how many leads do you want to, they want to generate 100 leads? Okay, so I give them the estimates. Probably from my experience, this is the usual cost we get per lead when you run an ad for you. And then what's the duration in which you are anticipating getting this result? Person says, okay, 1 week. So if we're looking at 15,000 divided by 7 days, it means that this roughly will be the amount or the budget that this person is going to be budgeting for this. So it's going to be around 2,142 naira. So therefore, my estimated daily budget for that person, because I'm going to take into account the 7.5% VAT, will be around 2,005 to 3,000 naira per day. That's what the person is going to be paying for you, because this will be plus or minus. The estimated cost per lead will be plus or minus. There'll be some days it will go up and and it will go down a bit. That's just the anticipation for it. So I'll tell the person, okay, based on the fact that Facebook is also going to collect there's going to be a 7.5% VAT. Do you understand? So this is the cost that the person is going to be spending a daily for leads. Spending this daily for leads. Do you get? So we'll multiply, let's say 2005 mostly, because people will like this lower bound. So 2005 for the duration of 1 week. So we know that with this amount now, we can now say this is what we are going to get. This is what we're working with. And then there's a higher possibility of getting this lead. So you can see that when your budget now is actually in line with the results you want to get, the probability of getting that result becomes higher. Unlike when you just put budget because it's the minimum budget you must use to run. I mean, it's not the minimum budget. Your business has expectations. Your business has requirements. Do you understand? Like I said, sales is a game of numbers. So the more persons you're able to reach out to, the more leads you're able to generate, the more sales you can make. So therefore, if you find ways to make it, so just ensure that you know what is the sweet spot for your business. For example, I have some clients that will run ads for. So their sweet spot, they usually run trainings, they do trainings. So their sweet spot is when there are 300 people in the group. So whenever they have 300 people in the group, they have a higher conversion compared to when there are lower people. So no matter what we do, they ensure that we must get the number of persons in that group with 300 persons. So we have an estimated value that we're going to use. Sometimes ads are not do not perform the same way every day. Sometimes you do with 50, sometimes you do below 150, sometimes you do above 150. Do you understand? So that's just how it is. And that has been working for the person. So with this estimation, you should be able to determine, okay, this is how much I'm going to be spending for my ad. So for those who also want to run awareness campaigns, for example, there's something called CPM, cost per 1,000 impression. That's the meaning of CPM, cost per 1,000 impression. And what is impression? Impression is the number of times your ad is shown on the screen. So I'm just going to be using 150 here also, because we are running awareness ads are usually cheap to show your ads to people, but then there's no measurable action. The only action that is measured here is the estimated cost per 1,000 impression. That's what it measures for. So whether people are clicking on the ad, the purpose of Facebook here is to ensure that your ads being shown to people. So, but if you are confused about the various campaign objectives, awareness, and lead generation, but there's going to be a video that we will be releasing along later on that's going to explain various campaign objectives that would help you to understand some of these things for those that do not understand. So I'm going to have a video on this YouTube channel. So ensure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on future updates. That will be very important. So now we have an estimated CPM of 150 naira. It means that for our ad to be shown to 150 people, it will cost us around 150 naira. Remember, this is purely an awareness ad. If you're running a lead ad, your CPM is not around 150, it's usually much more than that. But for awareness, since the optimization is for, just show it to people. I don't mind the action they take, just show it to people. Probably people that remember the brand. That's just what I want to do. Okay, so the expected reach is around 100, and then you want your business to get out to reach out to 100,000 people probably. So in 1 week, so it means you're looking at 100,000 impressions. You get it. There's frequency and all that, but I'm not going to be talking about that now. We're just going to be sticking with what we're doing here. So if you want to reach out to 100,000 people, then you now say 100,000 people divided. Remember, I said it's like 1,000 impression, right? Do you get? So you divide the 100,000 by the 1,000 you get, because CPM is cost per 1,000 impression. Then you multiply it by the amount per CPM. So that will give you 15,000. So 15,000 naira basically will give you a reach of 100,000. Do you understand? Will give you a reach or an impression of 100,000. Let me know interchange. Impression is different from reach. Reach is the unique account your ad gets to. Why impression is number of times your ad is shown on screen. Even if it gets across to an account twice, it's still going to be counted as 2 impressions. Yet. So then you want to run this for a duration of 1 week. You do the same mathematics, 15,000 divided by 7 will give you this. So your estimated daily budget will be around 253,000 when you factor in the 7.50% tax. You understand? So that's just it. Yeah. So this is just a very simple calculation for you to now determine how much you're going to be spending on your ad, so that you don't just make rash decisions that are not informed. You get? So that's just that. So how do you now estimate CPR? Because we're talking about CPR, cost per result, copy 1,000 buyer, and all that. Most times you have to test. Actually, you test. So when you test, you're able to know what to expect. So based on your business needs, you now scale up your ads to meet that business need. So in order to do that, you test with very small budgets. So you test with very small budgets. So most times you actually do test with the minimum budget you can and see what it does. Watch it for a while, testing. When it comes to ad, everything that has to do with ads requires testing. You must test and test. So to estimate your CPR and your CPM, you test. One of the reasons why I'm able to give you figures here is because I've tested over time. We've run ads for clients, and so we know some of the results that we're going to get. But even at that, there are still variations in results per client, depending on the niche the client is in. That's why I just gave you a rough idea based on, so what, depending on the niche the client is in, we will now see, okay, what is the estimated business? And then from there, we can now transfer the information onto other clients, especially when we are talking with them, discussing them at the initial point because of our experience in the field. So I hope this video was very helpful to you. So like I said, my name is King Yusuf, taking the CEO of Expand Easy Digital Consult. So some of our services include social media ads. We run Facebook and Instagram ads for clients. We also help people to manage their social media, do social media management, run graphic design, copywriting. You want to write offers, you're confused, you don't know how to write offers. You want to position your business in social media space, and you need somebody to help you with the write-up, storytelling write-up, whatever. We are there for you. We help to also design landing page. You want to run ads and then but you don't have a website. We help you to buy your domain, your hosting, and then we design the landing page for you. We also do marketing consultation. Your business is in need of marketing, and then you are confused. We do marketing consultation and also mentor people, especially for business persons who want to take their business to the next level. So if you want to contact us for any of our services, you can contact us, this is our official WhatsApp line, +2349003008145. So you can reach out to us on WhatsApp using this number. I hope this video was helpful to you. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel, like, and then turn on the notification bell because we're going to be releasing more educative videos regarding social media marketing. See you in the next video.